This guide is going to be for stealing creation and the way we run our different non-combat stealing creation events. First, I want to go over the levels to make different things. Class 1 takes 0, Class 2 takes 20, 3 takes 40, 4 takes 60, and 5 takes 80. This is the same for all the gathering skills and all the processing skills. However, some of the processing skills take multiple levels. For example, to make a butterfly net, you need 80 hunter and 80 crafting. For the complete levels, you could look it up on the knowledge base. I don't want to go into full detail. That being said, the best things to make for your points are runes, if you have a decent rune crafting level, or summoning scrolls if you have a decent summoning level. That's usually the preferred choice because more people have high summoning than high rune crafting. Those are the best two because they don't separate by class. They just all go in one pile, so it takes the least inventory space. But the third best option is arrows. A lot of people have high fletching, so it's a good backup, although they do separate by class. Speaking of classes in the video footage, I say tier a lot instead of class. I've been on a dungeoneering kick, so whenever I say tier, I mean class. I apologize for that mix-up. One last thing I want to cover before I start the clip is the rewards. You can get this combat armor, which gives double XP whenever you're training. As far as armor goes, the only thing you should really ever get is the hat slash helmet slash coif. You can transform the headgear into each of the three things whenever you wish. For skilling, the hammers are very helpful for smithing and construction. The needle helps for crafting a lot, and the fletching knife is pretty good too. For the gathering skills, the hatchet's decent. Don't mess with a butterfly net or harpoon. They're just a waste of your time. All the skilling tools are 20 points per, and the different armor, I forget the exact. I'm pretty sure the helm is 20 or 22, and then the legs and body are more. All you need to do is get 20,000 points per game, and you'll have 20 points. That way you can get a tool per game. 20,000 is very easy. You only have to get about 7 to 8,000 points in the game in terms of gathering and processing, and then when you deposit it, it triples. So all you have to do is get like about 7 or 8,000 and you're set. Okay, this is an example game of what to do for our non-combat stealing creation events. First thing you're going to want to do when the game starts is grab 2 or 3 fragments for a bow, which will prevent you from accidentally attacking anybody. And for a tool, you're going to want to look at the resources nearby and see what the lowest level is. Have a class 3 tree right here. So I'm going to get a hatchet, start working on that. Once the game starts, everybody needs to go back to the first friend chat so that we can all hear the calls. Once you have a decent level tool, you're going to want to move up to the next tier, and then to the next, up to your highest. For me, I'm going to be going for this tier 5 tree right there. You're going to want to make tools of the best tier you can for whatever the best level of that resource is. Things you're going to want to make are, again, a bow without arrows to prevent the misclicks. And you're going to want to make a summoning familiar if you can use tier 2 or better. For 1, it holds more resources for you, but 2, it lets you quickly bank as the game's ending. So you can get the most points without actually having to run to the base. And you're going to want to make your excess clay into arrows, runes, or scrolls. Runes or scrolls are the best because they don't have a tier after them, so you can they all stack into one spot. But if you don't have a high rune crafting or summoning, arrows are the next best. Here I'm calling out locations of different resources. C is class, the number is what level it is, S is swarm, T is tree, P is for pool, and R is for rock. The fragments are called rags because you couldn't say frags before, it was censored, so common lingo is rags, and that's usually just persisted. Some people call them frags. And then just keep on a resource. Once your inventory is filled, you're going to want to make it into, again, like I said, runes, arrows, or scrolls. You're going to want to have a bow on by the 18-minute mark, which means 2 minutes have gone by. And it is just to prevent misclick attacks. It's not a huge deal when we're playing with all clan members, but if you're in a non-combat stealing creation clan and you accidentally attack somebody, people do get upset, because there are so many ways to prevent it. If other teammates need clay, you can give it to them. If the other team needs clay, you can drop it. As long as your accept aid is on, you will receive it when someone uses it on you. So once you get your clay, if other people are struggling, you should share. Makes the game go by quicker, and since we are doing non-combat, it's for speed. It doesn't matter if you win or not. You just want to get the game done. Ideally, within 10 to 12 minutes is what you should be aiming for. And if you're the only one who can do something, such as me with this Class 5 Swarm, just focus on that, because the game's going to go on forever otherwise. It's kind of anticlimactic sitting here alone, but makes the game go faster. Which is really the whole point in this. You just want to do it quick for tools. If you want to kill people because you think it's quote-unquote fun, then non-combat's not for you. But if you're looking for tools, this event's a great way to get them. Not much else I can really say for this. It's pretty straightforward once you get to this point. You just collect and process and repeat a whole lot. Once the game ends, I usually call out with 1 minute left to go back to whatever CC you were in to start, so we can get a quick start for the next game. And then when the game starts, everyone moves back to the first friend chat again so that we can all hear the calls. Everyone's actually in it for once, so that's good. Normally you want to make sure to make tools for every resource. I didn't bother since I basically knew I was going to be on this the entire game. But once you have clay of the highest tier you can use, you're going to want to make tools for all 4 resources and then start your stackable item for the rest of your clay. I believe you need to score 20k plus to get the 20 or 30k plus to get the minimum 20 point reward for a tool. That's not hard at all. I think it doubles your score when the game ends when you deposit. It's been a while, so I might be a little bit off, but I'm pretty sure it's double. Anyway, I'll probably just fast forward the rest of the game till it's ending and then demonstrate how the ending process works, because there really isn't much to watch. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, well I guess our 10th person got like disconnected or something, but essentially what would happen is everybody should be back in their respective friend chats by the time the game ends. That way we all rush over to the pen, leader's challenge, and we get right back into the game with as little delay as possible, ideally 30 seconds or less. But that doesn't appear to be happening, so I'm just going to end the video here. I hope this helped out, and yeah, hopefully anyone who needs some skills up will come to this event. The tools are extremely useful.